those who can come up with a better story, with a better marketing mix based on a research and better data analytics with the help of AI will win.
Welcome to the Mastering E-commerce Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Eitan Koter, co-CEO of Vimi. In an era of rising acquisition costs and increased competition, this podcast is dedicated to helping you drive sales, engage customers, and build meaningful communities so you can turn passive visitors into active buyers. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on future content. Now let's get started with the episode. Hello listeners, welcome to another episode of Mastering E-commerce Marketing. I'm your host, Eitan Koter, and today we're diving into the world of gaming, esports, and digital marketplaces with an industry leader, Mona Kinal, CMO of G2A.com. With nearly 2 decades of experience across retail, fashion, sports, and entertainment, Mona has helped shape some of the most recognized brands globally. At G2A, she's leading cutting-edge marketing strategies from influencer partnerships to esports collaborations, driving engagement with millions of gamers worldwide. In this episode, we'll unpack how gaming is revolutionizing e-commerce, the future of digital marketplaces, and the secrets behind G2A's global success. Mona, welcome to the show.
Hello, Eitan. Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me. I'm really pleased to be here, and I hope it's going to be as interesting as you have just mentioned.
Yes. Okay, great. So, Mona, instead of the usual "how are you today" question with the obvious answer, yes, I'm doing well, I usually want to start probably asking you different questions like, share with us something that made you smile lately.
Oh, wow. Actually, I've got something from this weekend that I'm going to actually turn on, if you don't mind.
Sure.
We here at home, we love pandas, we love watching those movies with pandas. They are so cute, but they are also a little like this cute, silly animals, that makes us laugh, And actually, we saw this video with this absolutely unbelievable music. And listen to that now, okay?
Okay.
And actually, what's amazing about that is the lyrics. So it says, I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation. So actually, I would say that it's such a great intro to our conversation now because it's actually all true.
Amazing, Mona. Thank you so much for sharing that. For some of our listeners, I know there are not a lot of them who don't know about G2A. Tell us, please, about the company and some of the key moments of your explosive growth lately.
Okay, so first of all, a little background. So G2A.com is the world's largest marketplace for digital entertainment, where more than 30 million people have purchased so far over 100 million items. And we've got clients from more than 180 countries. And only in 2024, we had more than 200 million visits on our platform, where users can buy from gaming categories, which include games, DLCs, in-game items, but I also can purchase items from the non-gaming categories, including gift cards, subscriptions, software, or e-learning. And all of that sold by quality and verified sellers from all over the world. So that's the first thing. Secondly, it's our brand positioning that makes us stand out and makes our business and communication approach unique, which is G2A stands for Gate to Adventure. So it means that as a business, as a platform, we open Gate to Adventure into digital world. And our mission is to democratize digital entertainment by making it accessible for everyone, despite location, despite gender, despite age, or the level one can be digitally savvy, for example. So it doesn't matter now whether it's just a hardcore gamer that it used to be for us, like the top priority and the key messaging and targeting. Now we are more than just a hardcore gamers destination. We are also destination for everyone who is looking for digital entertainment. So it can be youngsters, it can be casual gamers, it can be parents that are looking for games, or not just games for the kids, or just the whole families who want to spend nice time watching their favorite films on different Netflix, Disney, and so on, or just getting a nice shopping experience via gift cards. So basically, this is like the answer and one-stop destination to everything digital. And that's actually possible because G2A.com leads in online security. And this is something we never compromise on. We have actually been awarded with many prestigious awards in this respect. For example, with American CNP Award, alongside such companies as Microsoft, First Data, or Barclays Bank, for example.
Interesting. So you mentioned verified resellers, number of visitors, also the security on the platform. But we all know it's a highly, highly competitive gaming industry, right? So why do you think G2A was able to regain such a leadership position in this market?
Yeah, I will just start from a little bit of history, if you don't mind, because it actually nicely shows this path that we've been through. So basically, G2A.com started at 2010 as a regular online video game store that was founded by our founder, Bartosz Kwarczek, with first, of course, very small team. And then very quickly, the team and the founder, they noticed, because I was not there at the time, they noticed that actually there was this trend to move from boxed distribution, so the games in the box, into the world of digital, and decided to follow that trend and move into the marketplace model, into the digital space. So in 2010, when G2A started as this store, the retail, the physical store, it was 70% of the market that was this box distribution. Then in 2014, when G2A.com decided to go into the marketplace format, it was already 39%. And when we think about 2023, it was already 5% only. So that was the first big milestone, let's say, for the business to transform from this physical into digital. Second big thing was the pandemic, obviously, because COVID moved almost entire world into digital. So entertainment became significant part of this whole process. And as I mentioned before, it created a new type of user. Before, since 2010, our priority and primary user was hardcore gamer. And it was all about it. We invested a lot of money into esport, like since the very beginning, and up to date, it was $12 million. And then we saw that, with the pandemia, there was a new user that wanted to get into digital. And together with this new group of users, a new expectations appeared, as well as new customer behaviors. So we thought, okay, so there is a need actually to transform again and enhance further our business strategy. So go out a little bit further outside of the gaming and maybe wider our offering with the non-gaming categories. And it was a very good move. Then it came our mission that I mentioned to democratize this digital entertainment, because not everyone was super savvy with digital. There was this silver generation, that jumped in and just wanted to also get on digital. So it was all of that. So it was the second thing. And the third, I would say, was and still is and will be AI. So basically, AI that actually changes a lot, but also helps with a lot of core things. First of all would be cybersecurity. So for example, at G2A, we've got AI as serving as a first line of defense for us, like it is helping us to analyze certain patterns of behaviors, predicting the outcomes of certain behaviors, usually behaviors that actually helps us to prevent frauds and all of this bad situation on our platform. That results, this comprehensive approach to security with the help of AI, helps us to keep the anti-fraud rate at the lowest level possible and much lower than industry average. And this is something we are very proud of. And this is also with the help of AI. Then, as I mentioned, the process of verification of sellers. This is again with a very big help of AI, because it not only helps us speed it up, the whole process, but also make it even more like detailed, and this complex reality actually gets easier and much, much better. Then there is a third thing. It's a data analytics, and that especially helps us with not just reporting, but gathering data about our customers, helps with customer segmentation, and then as a result helps with marketing, content creation, and communication with the user, whether it's about personalization or whether it's just about standing out with our message and storytelling amongst the competition. So I would say that that's three things like marked our way so far, and how we continue to stand out. And what helps us is the marketing approach, which stands for like two primary most important things. First would be the brand strategy that I just mentioned, that is very well defined, that is based on strong insights. The gate to adventure helps us communicate, helps us with the storytelling, but also helps us to stand out. And the second is like a very well defined marketing strategy based on the 360 approach, which is a unique mix of both traditional as well as more non-standard channels that we've been selecting to communicate in a profiled way with our clients. So we are using a lot social media, like, of course, where especially these youngsters see it, like the Generation Z. And it's, of course, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, it's X, it's Twitch, it's TikTok. And we do it not just on our own, but also with content creators that we've been heavily cooperating with since the very, very beginning. Then we always try to bring value with whatever we do. I think it's very important these days, especially for young generation that actually wants to see that happening more and more. So, for example, we've got a project called G2A Academy, and this is a project that we target kids and youngsters as well as parents with, because we realize that we do it in cooperation with teachers and professors. And this is about showing the value of gaming in education, and actually at the same time breaking stereotypes about gaming. Of course, we are aware and actually educate everybody how to consume gaming in a very secure and safe manner, but also help them to understand how this gaming can help them like this in their cognitive development, or in the strategic thinking, or in the process of learning as such. Then we try to also use these influencers as well as content creators to help us create community, not just people like big fans of gaming, but also those that are in the early stage of gaming. So basically, we help them, we inspire them. We, as our primary brand archetype, the explorer, we help them discover what's new out there in gaming, in digital entertainment as such. So they don't need to, like run around and just see, okay, what's the big thing. They can just come and see at g2a.com what's now hot, what's coming up, what the trends are, and where to actually put their attention, as well as we help them grow their potential and just develop whatever skills they want to have through everything we offer on our platform.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. I'm really interested in how the days goes by, and what you are busy with, or what are you thinking throughout the day. I mean, and specifically for the gaming industry, share with us what's unique about this industry in terms of the marketing thought process, the marketing messaging, and please share with us some of the activities that you do, right, on the marketing side of things.
Yeah. Okay. So I would just again say about two things that makes us busy every day. First would be the business approach, and then it would be the marketing communication approach. So let me start with the first one. So first one would be constantly evaluating like this big question. What does it take to build and maintain the largest marketplace in this gaming industry, in the digital entertainment space? So we always concentrate on those 6 primary things to be on top of the game. So basically, first would be payments. Second would be security. Third would be range of offering and the prices. Fourth would be marketing. Fifth would be support, the customer support or the buyer's support. And the sixth would be technology and UX, so the whole user experience. So this is the big 6 elements that we constantly think about every single day and try to improve, basically, and just never compromise on. And when you speak of one of those elements, the marketing, which is like the second leg that I mentioned, this is like the combination of a few things. So basically, we do every month, according to our trade plan, some seasonal activities. So, for example, you might have premiere of the game, right? So, for example, now we will be having, for example, Monster Hunter, which I'm sure many people are awaiting. So we are thinking of how to best market this game to our customers, how to get competitive in the market with this offering, how to stand out with the message, because obviously everyone who is going to sell this game is going to have the same layout because it's the layout given by the publisher, right? So basically, what to do more to make sure that we actually target the right segment of clients interested in this very specific genre or the very specific topic of this game, let's say, or the very specific client segment, not just the age-wise, but generally speaking, globally, where the key customer might sit. So the client segmentation is our primary interest at this stage. So how to attract users globally, but in a local way. So for example, when we do some marketing campaign in US or in Spain, for example, or in UK or in Poland, how we can speak the same language, if like literally speaking the same language we can, it's just the local languages, but also we need to adopt the marketing channels to every single country specifics. Then we need to have creatives with a very strong message that responds to the local needs, although this is a global game and a global premiere. Mm-hmm. Then we need to have the payment methods, as I mentioned, very much matching the needs of the local customers, because I don't know if you know, but PayPal says that 77% of users are likely to abandon their shopping cart if they can't use their favorite and preferred payment method. So here at G2A, we focus on that a lot. And of course, we've got all those global options, and popular, such as all these cards, PayPal, Google and Apple Pay. But we also have all the local methods like Venmo in America, Blik in Poland, like Bizum in Spain.
Personalization of payments and collection currency.
Absolutely. And for example, with the support of more than 400 banking channels, we offer one of the most comprehensive payment platforms available. And that all together brings customer with a trust and gives us credibility. But attracting a customer is just one thing. Then you've got the whole retention, loyalization and retention. So selling this premiere, let's say, is just the first step. Then the thing is, what are we going to do next with the attracted and acquired customer to keep him on our platform and in our environment? How we switch the user between the devices, because these days it's not just the desktop, it's the RWD, it's the application. So it's really, really complex. And that's exactly this kind of main focus for us, all of this at the same time in marketing. So it is quite a lot on our plate.
A lot to do, right? A lot to digest, a lot to think of. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that G2A has invested heavily on esports. Please help us understand why you see this such as important investment and how it helps market the marketplace.
So basically, in our early days, when we were focusing on heavy gamers or hardcore gamers, if you like, someone called them that, it was everything that was important. cooperation with the influencers. So, for example, at our early days, we were cooperating with PewDiePie, for example, like a big guy. At the moment, he's like more lifestyle, but his roots are definitely in gaming. And we have continued to do so ever since, like we have approached the content creators. We have been doing regularly like the ongoing cooperations with them, depending, of course, also on the type of games that are released, because now the users, they want to be in a communities, that are heavily interested in the genres they follow. So it is getting also more and more complex here. So this content creators and partnerships is one thing. And then the esport was part of the gaming ever since, So basically it was a natural environment for us to jump in and actually invest in. So it was about community, building communities, it was about being active part, and contributing actively into promotion and growth of gaming as such. So we have done that, and we continue to invest in that. And I don't know if you know, guys, but gaming industry is worth more than music and film combined.
Combined, yes.
Yeah. So it actually says how much work have been done over years to bring gaming into the position it holds now, but also it shows the potential that it will continue to grow even more over upcoming years. And when you look at trends, for example, they all say, and they are all very positive, but also say that a lot is going on. So, for example, you've got in-game marketing, for example, right? So this is obvious that the developers and publishers will continue to monetize the games, not just by selling them, but also by including other brands in the game as such. So it will be in-game ads, it will be product placements, like branded content, cross promotions and collaborations. We have already seen quite a few such things, like, I don't know, different brands engaging at Fortnite or Minecraft or Roblox, right? And actually some research say that 56% of gamers are more likely to buy from brands that are featured in their favorite game. And 1 in 25 shoppers get purchase inspiration from gaming. So there is another trend coming, like really big one, immersive gaming and immersive marketing, which means that brands will more and more get involved in platforms such as Roblox, for example. And only now we see, the research say that Generation Z is already spending more time on Roblox than on TikTok. It's like 180 minutes every day versus 107 on TikTok, which means this is like a social community for them. They play there. They shop there, they create content there, they socialize. So this is like, I don't know, Facebook or Instagram was for us, back in the days. For them now, it's more like everything together, and they expect brands to actually jump in and get credible and get, like creative with what they can do. So, for example, this immersive marketing, will require this unforgettable experience. And for example, virtual reality or augmented reality is one of those things. And we, for example, did this campaign recently, in Spain, where we put on a bus stops cameras, that were acting as a mirror. So they were implementing the real life images into our advertisement. And actually, it was a fantastic campaign. It was very much and very highly viewed on all of the social media. It was very highly rated. It was actually awarded with some Spanish awards, So yeah, this is what users expect, that we will kind of go through all the channels at the same time, and that we will engage them in a very natural manner, that it will not be just at and just watch it and okay, bye. It's no more that process, It's much more than that. It's much more complex. So I would say that this is another trend, like this immersive gaming, immersive marketing. Then you will see gaming subscriptions, that will continue to grow, but also probably will get more expensive. This is how the world goes, and also people will play on more devices than just one. In the past, it was usually, okay, I've got a console. Okay, I'm I don't know, the PC player. Now 70% of gamers in US play on multiple devices. So the marketing needs to follow. You can't just focus anymore just on one thing. It just needs to be personalized, profiled, and segmented, but also in a way tailor-made to the given segment. Influences a community for sure, just as we mentioned, and 52%, how I remember, of Generation Z trusts content creators' advice on product and brands.
Yep.
So it will continue, we will need to continue to do that, but in a little bit different manner. It's not just enough to have the simple message anymore. It needs to be rooted and everything needs to kind of go together at the same time. So it's even more challenging, I would say, these days, but also very exciting, because those who can come up with a better story, with a better marketing mix based on research and better data analytics with the help of AI will win.
Yes, for sure. Data is everything. Just I mean, brainstorming and talking in meeting rooms is just maybe sometimes overrated, let's say. Okay. So, Mona, I know you handle marketing across 100 plus different markets.
Yeah.
What's your leadership style? How do you lead the team? How do you, manage tasks both operationally and maybe also on the vision side of things?
Yeah. So first of all, I would say that global marketing is something I really love because it's challenging, but it's also very rewarding. So basically, you need to look at things from a bigger perspective. You need to have the skill to be able to see from the top down, but also from down to the top. So be global and at the same local. So this is the first challenge. And this is how I form my teams, basically with people who are not only believing the same and are excited about the same and are excited about developing those complex strategies and then executing them, analyzing, them, testing different things. I'm looking for people that are brave, that are inspired by this bold thinking, that they've got initiative, and that are proactive and dynamic, because we are living in a very dynamic, fast-paced environment, especially that we are only digital. What's also important is that I need effective team because we are working remotely. And my team is like spread around, I'm based in Spain. My head of marketing communication is in Denmark. My head of brand and core markets, it's in Madrid. We've got people all over the place, basically. So we need people who are very much kind of naturally driven to work, to have this initiative, the people who have vision and naturally fit into our forward-looking and forward-thinking organization. And what's also very important to me, I'm a democratic leader, which gives a lot of space to people. I'm trying to empower them, I'm trying to inspire them, but not micromanage them. That's something I really avoid doing, and that's not me. But what's also important is diversity and inclusion. So as G2A.com, we promote that a lot. And this is something we heavily focus on. So I'm also very much looking into that when I bring my team together. At the moment, I can say that I've got an amazing team. I'm really proud of them. And also by looking at the results and the way they behave, they perform, it's really amazing team.
Yes, it's just this show, don't tell style of leadership, of managing, right? So our experience. And I mentioned DEIs, which is, I think, so fundamental, right, for businesses today. And I mean, we have a new generation of employees, right? Gen Zs. I mean, they're probably different than us. They have different,
they are very different
priorities and quite, I think, challenging probably for us to fully understand and probably manage, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because like generation Y or generations versus Generation Z, like millennials and Generation Z, are already very different. But imagine Generation X that I'm rooted in, to Generation Z. It's like, I don't know. It's a big gap, but still, by leading them, not micromanaging them, by showing them options for growth personally, but also that to actually do things that matter and that help world to become a better place.
Exactly. There needs to be something beyond the day-to-day task, right? Like a cause, and something which is social cause or environmental cause, or something which their companies, is in the priority of the for the company. This is something that will help a lot, right? And work.
Definitely. And also, I think that our business is easier with this respect because we are digital and they are very digital savvy. For them, using all those channels, especially in marketing, is kind of bread and butter, it's natural. They were born on, I don't know, computers, consoles, like phones and everything. So they are speaking this language, they are living this, like from the very beginning. So that is also a great lesson for us, if as an older generation, if we can absorb knowledge from them and if we can learn from them as much as we transfer our experience and knowledge to them. That is a nice comment.
Nice perspective of that. So, Mona, what do you see are some of the trends in the gaming industry? What's coming next?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, definitely it will be this in-game marketing first, as I mentioned, right? So more of this collaboration of different brands within the games, there will be featured, they will be more visible. More of immersive gaming and immersive marketing. So more of this things like, I'm sure you remember, Eminem or Travis Scott concert on Fortnite. What was this?
So you mean, Mona, like Web3, metaverse, these environments, or not like virtual spaces, or not a must?
Yes, definitely. I would say that it will all come together at some point because people will want to invent more and more. And I think users expect that. So more of this virtual reality, more of this augmented reality, not just in digital world, but also, it will go into the physical world more and more as well. Then it will be, as I said, gaming subscriptions that will continue to grow. Mobile gaming will be growing a lot. We will see more of this remakes and reboots coming, like Resident Evil, for example. There was a movie, there are games, and it's like all coming together, like Lara Croft or Final Fantasy, all that. Yeah, and I think the cloud gaming will be on the rise as well. So there is a lot coming up, and and it's actually really, really exciting. And in terms of trends in marketing as such, it will be still personalization on the rise. So those brands who will be able to stay effective in this field will win because they will be able to retain the user and make them loyal. Then AI, all that we have discussed, I will not just repeat, but all of that in the cybersecurity, in a data, in a content creation and marketing as such. Then all those creative innovation in social media advertising will need to adapt to the growing needs, basically, and to maintain audience attention, because there is so much content these days everywhere, and everything lasts like few minutes only. So in order to stand out, you just need to get really, really bold. Then, so the vision will be more important than ever before. Then user-generated content for sure. Then voice search optimization, it will be something, I guess, very much on the rise. It's kind of coming up and it's getting big. Then probably also connected TV advertising. This is maybe not new, but it's like getting stronger. It's stronger. So like the very smart media mix. So I would say that would be the most important.
Sounds good, Mona. What are some of the lessons on one hand and maybe the tips that you can share with other marketing leaders out there from your background, from your experience?
Yeah. So first of all, focus on brand strategy that would be based on a very good strategic insights that would respond to your viewers or users' needs, and that also connects your product or your offering with those expectations. So it needs to stay together. Then get bold, get brave, and get creative, because that's exactly what users expect. Don't be scared to test, because only with the process of trying, great things appear and arise. I would say that don't be also scared to jump into 360 marketing approach and just experiment with mixing traditional ways with a new, more non-standard approaches, and just trust your judgment and trust your teams, inspire them and lead them to grow and to be creative. Yeah.
Nice. Trust your instincts, right? That's very
Definitely.
important. Mona, I really appreciate the time. You're
Thank you.
full of energy, enthusiasm, and passion. I mean, it's so great to see, really, and we're really excited for you, and definitely for GTA to having such an amazing CMO and executive leadership in the
Thank
company.
you so much.
So, I really appreciate the time. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Have an amazing year. Thank you.
Wishing you all the best as well. Stay safe and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the end of this episode. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe so you won't miss any of our future content. And if you could share this with just one person, it would make all the difference. Are you looking to accelerate your sales with the power of shoppable video? Explore Vimi, the video commerce platform that includes live shopping, shoppable video, and social commerce capabilities. Visit Vimi at www.vimi.net, that's VIMMI.net, where you can start with a free for life package. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more valuable insights in our next episode.